What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lexus Auto YouTube channel. In this episode, we're going to show you how to do the Brembo installation on your Lexus IS vehicle. We're going to use common hand tools. We're going to show you step by step how to do it, and that way you can do your own installation in your garage. Without wasting up time, let's get into it. Okay, we went ahead and bought some 2014 Lexus ISF Brembo calipers. If you guys know about Lexus, they don't make the ISF anymore, so these Brembo brakes is kind of hard to find. So you just got to do your own research. I'm pretty sure you'll find them around. For the rotors, for the front one, we went ahead and got the 2013 GSF F Sport, which is gonna be a 356 millimeter front rotors, and we got the brake pads for that one. These are brake pads from Brembo's for the front calipers. And for the back, we got the 2014 Lexus ISF Brembo rotors. Along with that, some Brembo calipers. And then we got our Brembo brake pads. And especially for this car, we're gonna need some spacers for the front, unless it's not gonna be clear. So I went ahead and bought some used 1/4 inch wheel spacers. Okay, so for the front, this is just gonna be a simple bolt on. You just gotta bend your dust here a little bit, and you should be good to go. But then for the back, it's gonna have to do a little bit of shaving, and also you need this brackets. Without this, you're not gonna be able to hang them. The only way you can find them is 350p. He's the only guy who's gonna make him, so huge shout out to him. I also leave his website down in the description below. And you're also gonna need some spacers for the back too, so we'll find the link and leave everything on the description below. And let's go to the installation. So basically, took the wheel out. There's gonna be two 10mm bolts. Take them out. Your caliper should slide right out like this. You're gonna have to go ahead and disconnect this one, which is gonna be your brake lines. And then there's gonna be two 17mm bolts, which is holding the second part of the caliper. Take it out, and it'll come right off. So if your brake rotor is not gonna come out, if it's still stuck, there's a little trick. Get an 8mm bolt, and if your brake rotors have these two little holes, what you're gonna do, you can put them inside like he does. See that? It'll come just right. It'll come out just like that. Easy as that. No need to hammer it, no need to do anything else. Just put the 8mm bolt, drill it in, and you should be good to go. Okay, so we went ahead and trimmed the dust shield a little bit. As you can see right there, I cut it from here and then from down there, because when you put the big rotor, it'll kind of rub it right there. So we're just gonna have to get rid of that little piece, and then just gotta bend the dust shield a little bit to the back, and then it should be good to go. Okay, so we're putting back everything together for the brake caliper. I already didn't put the Brembo brake pads already. So this whole caliper comes with the 2 pins, and then this little clip right here, which is actually holding the brake caliper and the brake pads. So I got this end right here, it's already stuck right there, and then I got one more pin. I'm just gonna slide it through. Just like that. You just gotta make sure, just hit it with the hammer, but be careful. Very lightly and gently. Just like that. And just kind of make sure nothing's wiggling, and it should be good to go. Okay, so we just got done with the front calipers. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the rear ones. I already got the wheels removed. I'm gonna take the rotors, the brake caliper. I'm gonna disconnect the brake line, and this is gonna come in play. This is gonna help us to mount the rear calipers. Huge shout out to 350p, and he also sent us the instruction sheet. This is gonna show everything, how to do step by step. We also got the Brembo ISF rear rotors. We're gonna go ahead and put them on. Let's get into it. We're kind of having a hard time taking out the caliper bolt. It's a 14 millimeter. What we're gonna do, we're gonna use a breaker bar to break it loose. 14 millimeter, like I said. All right, let's go. Okay, there you go. All right. All right. This caliper should come right out like that. All right, so make sure you're gonna put your caliper bolt in before you mount the bracket. I already messed up. I had to take the whole thing apart and then put it right back. I mean, that's how you learn. You make a mistake and you learn from it. Make sure to put the caliper bolt on, slide it through, and then mount the bracket just like that right here. Because if you mount the bracket first and then you're trying to put the bolt on, once this is tightened, when you're trying to put the bolt, the little edge is gonna hit the suspension bolt. So make sure you're gonna slide this in, mount the bracket, and you should be good to go.
So we got the caliper bracket installed and it's looking pretty good. And one thing we had to do is we had to adjust the hole in the bracket, and we gotta use the drill for that one.
So we went ahead and make the mounting bracket the hole a little bit bigger, because we were kind of having a hard time putting the bolt through. I don't know if you can see it from the OEM bracket to the aftermarket bracket. So what we did, we just make it a little bit bigger with the drill bit, and then it'll just slide in right through, and it's not gonna be a big problem. The one in the bottom, just slide in right through, it's not gonna be a problem. Just the top one, I think because of this year making model, every car's, you know, it's gonna be a different, but just gotta work your way through and then you should be good to go. And right now we're gonna go ahead and put the rotors.
Slide in like that.
Just like that. And then the OEM calipers, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the oil line, let the oil out, and then there should be a 10mm right there. Unloosen that one, and then we're gonna go ahead and replace it with the Brembos. Alright, so we got the caliper bolted. Like I said before, make sure to put the bolt in before you put the bracket, and it'll make it 1,000 times easier. So after you put the bracket, put the 2 bolts for the caliper. We're gonna bleed the brake system, and you should be all done. It is pretty easy. You just have to have a basic knowledge, you know, and you need to have some sort of tools. Shouldn't be that hard. If you know what you're doing, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. So let's get the brake system bleeded, and we should be all good to go.